Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Jazzy of the Store Sasquatch here, and we are doing horror movie night in the cave for our Friday night. Once again, I did watch two horror movies. I didn't like them. Didn't think I'd talk about them. So I came up with my own list. You have to remember, I just watched like 50 new horror movies, in the span of 31 days, plus some old horror movies. So I'm kind of a little burnt out, but we're gonna get eventually to it. Yeah, I mean, eventually I gotta find new movies too. And that's the problem is we're scraping the bottom of the barrel watching these horror movies that I haven't seen, and we might have to let a couple skip over and get it going. But we'll get some more reviews in here soon for horror movie night. Right now we're just gonna do the top 10 Scream characters. That's TV series, movie, everything included. Just top. So let's top 10 Scream characters. Top 10 Scream characters from the TV series, movies, not named Sidney Prescott, Gail Weathers, and Dewey Riley. I think that was like an easier way to do this because we could just put those three at the top, boom, done on the list. We'll actually make it work a little bit harder here. So, oh, and it can't be the lead from the TV series. I forget her name, but it can't be her either. Jill, I think it was. So, any leads, it can't be the leads. It can't obviously. Um, you'll see the list. So we'll start 10 with Brooke Maddox, who is played by Carlson Young on the Scream TV series. This is the only TV series character, but I think she's a badass. She's one of my favorite characters throughout the whole series. She really does do some growth, and it's kind of hard to do some growth in a horror movie. Um, I like that she's smart. She uses her ways. She's cunning. Um, She's definitely one of my favorite characters from the TV series. I had to add her on the top 10 list, and it's number 10, which I think is fair. Um, she did so much throughout the series. She just was very instrumental, and that's why she's there. So I was Brooke Maddox, played by Carlson Young. And then number 9 here is Mindy Meeks Martin, played by Jasmine Savoy Brown. This is from Scream 5 and 6. This is Randy's niece, I believe. Um, she is a new generation character. She is the only new generation character right now. I mean, you obviously couldn't put Jenna Ortega or Melissa Budieri because I kind of said the final don't count. That's why these two aren't on. That's why those two aren't it. She brings a little bit of comedy, just like Randy did. She brings a little bit something different to the story, where it's very serious. So I definitely like her. That is Mindy Meeks Martin, played by Jasmine Savoy Brown at number 9. And number 8 here we have Patrick Warburton playing Stephen Stone. So I did that opposite. All the other ones I have in the name. Sorry. So number 8 here is Stephen Stone, played by Patrick Warburton. Um, he's just a legend. He's one of the coolest guys in Hollywood when you watch his stuff. He was the Tick. He's in other great stuff. And he's the crazy dude playing the Cyclone Devil and Seinfeld. He's just everywhere. Yeah, he is what the wheelchair dude and Family Guy. Um, and he just plays a kind of a smart ass character. Constantly lets Dewey know his place and lets him know like who Dewey is, and he's kind of a little comedy relief in the movie. So that is number 8, Stephen Stone, played by Patrick Warburton. Number 7 here is Jennifer Jolie, played by Parker Posey. This is Scream 3 again. This is the Gail Weathers wannabe. This is one of I mean, she could honestly probably go a little bit higher in the list now that I think about it, but we'll keep her at number 7 here. She is comic relief in this movie. She like looks like Gail. She follows Gail. She was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna die like you did," and blah 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 in the movies because remember in Stabs, Gail dies. Yeah, so she is great as her role. She's annoying, but she just gets the job done just like Gail would do. I definitely like her. Definitely a great character. Talk about meta and stuff like this. This is a perfect Scream character too. So that's Jennifer Jolie, played by Parker Posey at number 7. Number 6 here is Cotton Weary, played by Liv Schreiber. He gets stretches. He's 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, he gets killed in the third one. Um, Kind of plays Drew Barrymore in the third one because you think that he would make it a little bit farther than just right there, but just right in the beginning there. But yeah, that's just what it is. I liked him in the second one. I kind of like his character being cocky and kind of like a talk show host, like Gale would be in the third one. Great character growth, great this kind of uh, story when you think about it, how he's redeemed for not actually killing Sydney's mother. So that is why Conweary is number 6, played by Liv Schreiber. Number 5 here is Tatum Riley, played by Rose McGowan. This is Scream 1. She unfortunately doesn't make it to Scream 2, but she is one of the more memorable characters. She is Stumacher's girlfriend throughout it. She is the pretty much sassy, slutty little girl, like slutty teenage girl that like just trying to have fun and trying to keep Sydney and get Sydney out of her shell and stuff like this. She has some great one-liners, a great kill here. So that is number 5, Tatum Riley, played by Rose McGowan. Number 4 here is Robbie Mercy, played by Eric Knudsen. This is Scream 4. This is the guy that is constantly live streaming. He is the Randy Meeks kind of, I wouldn't say replacement, but kind of like a new age Randy Meeks, new age person here, new age horror fan. He even tries to convince the killer he's gay because in his theories that gay guys always win, even though he is not gay and still gets murdered. So it's a little funny little trope there. Um, yeah, I like this character. I like him. I think he's funny. I think he adds humor. I think he added to the story. He didn't distract from the story. I like how they broke up the friendship, and one of them was a killer, and one of them wasn't. So it's kind of a little like thing because you think both of them would be the killer. So that is a great character here. Number 4, Robbie Mercer, played by Eric Knudsen. Number 3, the only killer on the list, and I had to put him on here because he's everyone's favorite. Stu Macher, played by Matthew Lillard. I mean, think about it. We still want him to come back and be alive, even though TV dropped on his head. We want him in the new Screams and involved somehow. I've heard many ways to do it, from him in prison and running cults and stuff like this. But yes, for sure, he has to be on this list. He's the only killer on the list. I wasn't gonna put any killers on the list, but I thought about it. There's no way you're gonna have this list and not Stu Macher on the list. And I think that high up on the list is perfect. Number 3 here is Stu Macher, played by Matthew Lillard. Number 2, Kirby Reed, played by Hayden Panettiere. She is the badass kind of Eric, or not Eric, kind of Brandy mixed with Sydney, mixed with Tatum kind of girl. She ends up being an FBI in the new Screams. She made it through. We didn't know she'd make it, but she did. She made it through into Scream 6. I do like her. I do like her character. I think everyone likes her character. It was a very big calling for her to come back. So that's why she's number 2. Honestly, if I wasn't going to do who I did at number 1, she could have been number 1 for real. But that is Kirby Reed, played by Hayden Panettiere. And our number 1, I bet you can guess it just by thinking about it, Randy Meeks, played by Jamie Kennedy. I kind of broke my rule here, but honestly, he only made it through the first one, and he's just kind of he gets killed in the second one, and he just kind of keeps getting brought up throughout it. So I don't think I did anything wrong here. I think number 1 is definitely has to be Randy Meeks, Jamie Kennedy, most iconic character ever. I mean, he kind of transcends horror movies and transcends the metaverse and transcends everything with horror. Like any type of nerd character that you get that brings up horror movies, you bring up Randy Meeks, and that is Jamie Kennedy all the way. So that is why he is number 1. Number 1. That is why Randy Meeks is number 1, played by Jamie Kennedy. So once again, guys, we have our top 10 list here. I kind of fluttered my way through it, sputtered my way through it, but we got it done. This really is probably one of my favorite franchises. I always tell people that Scream is my generation's Halloween because we gotta live it. It's our slasher. It's our like we kind of own it. And I'd rather have that than Saw be kind of what we're remembered for in our generation because Saw is more like gratuitous, like torture porn, and this is actually a slasher movie, a little comedy, a little bit of mystery, a little bit of a whodunit. You know what I mean? So I do love these movies. I constantly am watching them throughout the year. This is not one of those movies I wait until October to watch. I'll probably just put it on. I'll put one on throughout the whatever day, not like all the time, but like just like or like not even thinking about it, I'll see it and I'll just watch it, or either be on TV or just on the streaming services. So this is one of my favorite ones. I'm glad I did this list. We'll get some new horror movies in here, promise. We'll get some reviews of some horror movies in here, I promise. Probably not next week just because it's a holiday, but we'll try and do it for sure for by December. I'll get a couple new ones to watch. We'll get some reviews for you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good rest of your day or night, and please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Comment your top movie picks for Throwback Thursday in the comments section. And see you next time in the cave.